Today's episode is sponsored by Helping Hand for Relief and Development.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You know, growing up in the 90s, life was a lot simpler. And subhanAllah, you know, for whatever reason, there's a certain moment that I always remember very vividly from when I was a child. Growing up in Chicago, it was a beautiful, beautiful summer day. And I remember the wind blowing in the trees. And I was just looking around. It was very peaceful. In fact, I remember telling myself, subhanAllah, the world is at peace right now. There weren't any major wars going on. You know, maybe my child mind didn't realize the realities, but for whatever reason, I just looked and I felt a huge sense of peace. And I said, Alhamdulillah. Oh, how things have changed. Oh, how painful things have become. But you know what, dear brothers and sisters, right now, as painful as things are, we don't have time to mope. We really need to up our game. We really need to step up and be servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for some people, they're doing phenomenal work. For other people, they're trying to do more for their community. And for all of us, I want to remind us of a moment in the life of Sulaiman alayhi salam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala depicts in Surah An-Naml, that I hope will be a source of inspiration for you as it is for myself. We wish we had somebody like Sulaiman alayhi salam in his power, in his might, in his righteousness, to be able to help us navigate the circumstances and the challenges of our times. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leaves us with a very inspirational moment when he was crossing the lands with his massive armies to stumble upon a valley of ants. And he heard the ants saying, "Oh ants, enter your antholes, enter your homes before Sulaiman steps on you and crushes you without realizing it." Imagine that power. He can hear an ant. Alayhi salatu wassalam. And in that moment, what does he do? He smiles. And in his righteousness, doesn't claim anything to himself. Rather, immediately does what we all need to do in our struggles, in our challenges, as we pursue our goals, as we pursue the task of alleviating the plight and difficulties of the oppressed. He smiled and he says a very beautiful dua. Rabbi awzi'ni an ashkur. أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأدخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. He says, "Oh Allah, give me the ability to be grateful to you. Give me the ability to do righteous deeds that is pleasing to you. Give me the ability to be grateful for my parents, and allow me to follow the footsteps of the righteous." This is a model for us in our times today. As we strive and struggle to alleviate the plight of the oppressed, our brothers and sisters in Palestine, in India, East Turkmenistan, as we strive and struggle to deal with the many challenges, even at the local level, from the dissolution of families, from mental health problems, from the drugs endemic, among other things, we have to remember this moment, and we have to learn to find the ability to be grateful to Allah for the blessings that He has given us, so that we are able to get the tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be able to overcome those challenges. To ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be people who are righteous, to do righteous deeds. This is Sulaiman alayhi salam. He is pure of heart. Revelation is coming to him. He has pious people around him. If he does any mistake, he will immediately be corrected by Allah. Yet, even then, this righteous man knew and understood that the only way he can be successful is to be grateful. The only way to be successful is to do righteous deeds. The only way to be successful is to be excellent to his parents. And the only way to be successful is to follow in the footsteps of the righteous believer. But he even takes it a step further. In his humility, he understands he can't do that himself. He himself does not have the ability to do it. He needs Allah to help him do it. Hence, awzi'ni, O Allah, give me the ability to do these things. So dear brothers and sisters, in this blessed month of Ramadan, as we strive and we struggle at a personal level and at the communal level, at the international level, remember this dua and make it often. Perhaps, inshallah, Allah will accept that dua and He will give you the ability to be grateful, to do righteous deeds, to be excellent to your parents, and to follow in the footsteps of the righteous people, because that is the equation for success. So we say, Allahumma ameen, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.